So you've got everything set up. You got your software downloaded, your phone ready, your batteries charged. You know how to turn things on. Let's get set up for that first flight. So far, I like to follow the same procedure pretty much every time I'm going to fly my drone. I'm going to open up the ExoPro software, and every time I do the same process that you're going to see here to actually get set up to run the drone. I'm going to click I know it right here. I'm going to make sure I've got the correct drone entered in. Then I'm going to click enter device, and I'm just going to follow these instructions every time. I'm going to go to this how to pair devices. And again, at this time, it's telling me to turn on the drone. Now, before I turn it on, I'm putting a USB card in right here so that it will save my video to USB. Now, you don't have to with this drone. It will save it to the hard drive, but I find it easier to get my video off later if I save to USB. It's also helpful to note, when you put this USB in, it automatically saves to the USB. I didn't have to go in and make any adjustments. Okay. When I remove the USB and do a recording, it will automatically save to the hard drive. So my USB is in. The software is telling me to turn on the drone. So as shown in my other video, I'm just going to click once. I'm going to hold the button down until all 4 green lights turn green and solid. And once I've done that, I'll listen and hear the drone power up. Now we want to make sure I put my cell phone into the slot, and I want to plug that USB in to the controller as shown here. But it's important to note, we'll want to make sure that we haven't turned on the controller yet. Just plug in the USB on this side, plug the other end of the cord that's provided in your box into your cell phone, and then we'll follow the on-screen prompt. Now we're going to click Next in the software, and you'll notice it's going to tell us our next step is to turn on our controller and to make sure the USB cables are hooked up. So let's turn that controller on. We're going to press the power button once, and then we're going to press and hold it just for a few seconds a second time, and then the controller will power up. And I'm going to give it just a few moments to connect to the phone before I click Next to make sure I get a good connection. You'll notice now it says ATTI, and then I'm going to click Next. Now, if everything went well, I should see connection succeeded, and now I'll click the Enter Flight interface to begin doing my calibration before I take off for my first flight. So you can see here now I'm connected, the camera is working, and now I want to actually go in and calibrate my drone before I take off. Now to start the calibration, you're going to click here, and then when the menu pulls up, you should see this compass calibration right here. You're going to click on that, and just follow the instructions. You're going to take with your hands and you're going to rotate clockwise the drone and just keep rotating it like you see here until it changes, and then it'll actually have you do a vertical rotation. So take a look. I'm going to spin it. Now it's asking me to do vertical. So I'm going to tip it up, and then I'm going to start spinning it in that location until it completes. And then I'll be able to take my first flight. So once again, just keep turning it until it completes. And now we're ready to do our first flight. So once I get the drone placed where I want it, I'm going to press here, and it'll pop up a window confirming that I want to take off. Now it's important to note, once I've clicked that and the little window pops up, every time I've done it, and I've watched other guys do it as well, it always asks me to do it twice. So I'm sure that's their way of confirming you're really ready to take off. So I've hit it. There's my window. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to hit it again and click OK. And I want you to watch. You'll see the drone takes off. Now, as it takes off, you'll also hear the drone, its software, tell you just a couple instructions like you're going to hear right here.
No obstacle avoidance mode. Please fly with caution. The home point has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
So this is just an overview of my first takeoff. I'm also going to have other videos attached that you can check out on my channel where you'll be able to see how did I turn the darn thing on. A very quick video on that. Another fairly quick video showing you how to install the software. And I will be putting together another video showing some USB tips because I've seen guys out there having trouble getting a USB to stay connected. I'll put a video out there as well that'll show you how to correct that concern. And as I figure out all the different options that can be done with this drone, I'll make sure and put some update videos out there. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is helpful for you. Please click that subscribe button if it is. If it's helpful to make a decision on whether you'd buy a drone, let me know. That sure helps a lot on this end.